right, Sports Talker Nation, welcome back as we continue with our 2016 team-by-team review of the NFL Draft. Today we're going to talk about the New Orleans Saints, and I can sum up their draft in one word: sucked. Okay, I guess I'll give you a little bit more than that, but New Orleans historically seems to think they're the smartest guys in the room. That never works out in the NFL. Just take the player at the position you need. If you don't want to go for position of need, take the best player. If you do want to go for position of need, take the best player at that position. Don't feel the need to have your scouts bang the table for a guy in a small conference because they saw him play and they want to be smarter than everybody else. The Saints seem to do that pretty regularly, and it bites them in the ass. They haven't had a good draft in a long, long time. That team has sunk dramatically. Yeah, they've lost some talent, but defensively, aside from having, Fat Rexy's ridiculous twin brother as their defensive coordinator, the talent just isn't there. And this draft, it's just exemplary of that sort of thinking that we're smarter than you. Let's start in the first round. Sheldon Rankins at the 12th overall selection, I think could have probably been the biggest reach of the first round. I don't love DeForest Buckner, but I get it. He was where he was expected to be. I don't even love Jared Goff, but he's a quarterback and they always go early. I think Rankins is an NFL player, but to draft him in the top 12, he wasn't a disruptive force all the time. He has a questionable motor. He disappeared for games at a time. I know coaches all think, well, I'll turn him around. No, you won't. A guy who's done that for 3 years, it's very difficult to turn that around. So I think that was a terrible selection. Only time will tell if I'm correct. I do like Michael Thomas in the second round. They needed a wide receiver. They got a pretty good wide receiver. They need a safety. I don't love Von Bell, but I understand the pick. I don't necessarily love the player. They had nothing in the third round. Fourth round, David Onyemata. Anybody who's seen him, raise your hand. All right, we're in virtual world, so I can't see it. No one's seen this guy play, and if you did see him play, he didn't stand out. A terrible, misguided, I think I can put him in this position type selection by the Saints. Made even worse by the fact that their defense has so many holes, their quarterback's getting ready to retire, and they had no picks in the 5th or 6th round. 7th round, okay. I think Daniel Lasco has a chance to be a situational sub-type player, maybe at his best, a Darren Sproles light. I don't think he's as elusive as Sproles, but he's about the same size as Sproles. I guess he can return punts and be a pass-catching option out of the backfield to complement Ingram. But, 7th round, you're just kind of throwing darts. But to me, it looks like New Orleans was throwing darts the entire draft, so what the hell's the difference? I give them a D. If I could, I don't give anybody an F because I think that's, it's kind of tough to do. But I think a D is as bad as it gets, and I think they had an absolutely terrible draft drafting in the top 12 and not having 3rd, 5th, and 6th round picks. They just didn't get enough to help them out. So I guess I'll say Michael Thomas is their best steal, even though I think he went right about where he belongs. The biggest reach to me is Rankins, who I thought should have been end of first round at best, probably middle of second round is really where I would have taken him. I just think it was an awful draft. Like I said, I could have summed it up in one word, and that sucked. But let's see what New Orleans does. So with your 2016 team-by-team NFL review of the New Orleans Saints, I'm your host, the G-Man, and I am out.